Hi everyone, it's me Sanchari and welcome back to my channel Simply Sanchari. Hope you all are doing well. In today's video, I'm again going to share my review on Sunniesface, and I have two products. One is their Skin So Good Multistick and the other one is Airblush. So if you guys are interested to know my thoughts about these, then all you have to do is stay tuned till the end of this video. Alright, so let's begin with Skin So Good Multistick. This is how the outer packaging looks like. There are some information printed, but you cannot really see. So if you are interested in the ingredient list and more details, you can visit Kult app or the Sunniesface website, whose link I'll mention it in the description box. Now it expires on 2025, so I only have 1 year of shelf life. I don't know how I'm going to use it, but if you maintain it really well, if you keep it well, then I think you can have a most use of it. Now this is how the inner packaging looks like. You get Sunniesface printed on top of the packaging, and at the bottom you'll find the shade name and the number. The shade that I picked up is Saddle or Saddle, however you want to call it. It retails for rupees 1450 for just 3 grams of product, which I think is expensive, but I picked up this product during a launch offer wherein Kult was offering flat 70% off only on Sunniesface. So I think I grabbed these two for just rupees 810. Now I think you get more quantity in Huda Beauty. You get 12.5 grams, you guys, so it's a lot of product compared to the Sunniesface, but I really love the packaging, which is minimal and aesthetic. Now this is a retractable packaging that it comes in, and let me show you the amount of quantity that you get in this component. So you just get about this much amount of quantity for the price that you pay. I think it's very less. Now I have been trying this foundation for past couple of days, so this is not a first impression video. I have my thoughts ready. If I can, I will insert a wear test how exactly it lasts through this hot humid summer climate. If not, then I will give you my thoughts at the end how exactly it lasted. So yes, let's get started with today's video. I have already done my CTM routine, and now it's time to prep my skin really well. So I'll use my trusted NYX Plump Right Back Primer. The primer is nice and tacky. Now let's begin applying the foundation. So I have noticed one thing, that this foundation takes a lot of effort to blend with your brush as well as with your sponge. So I'll try blending it one side with my finger and other side with a brush. I have zoomed you guys to show the shade on me. So this is the shade Saddle, which is matching to my neck pretty well, and it is supposed to be a medium skin tone foundation with warm undertone, and I think it has a little bit of olivish undertone to it. I don't know, I could be wrong, but this is what I want to think. Alrighty, so I've nicely blended the foundation into my skin with some little bit of extra effort, because the foundation is on the thicker side. Though it is creamy, but it takes a little bit of effort to blend it out with your finger. Now I generally do not like using my finger while playing with makeup. I like to blend my base makeup with my tools, because that gives me a very flawless makeup base. But this on the other hand gives you a very natural soft matte kind of finish. Like I can see my blemishes and my pigmentation, my imperfections peeking through. So this is going to give you a very sheer to light kind of coverage. And yes, the match is really very great, because it's matching my neck pretty well. Even if I'm seeing in the mirror, I can say that it is my good match. So this side with no foundation, this side with foundation. So let me blend the foundation other side with the brush. I cannot see any brush strokes whatsoever. On the right side where I used my finger, I cannot see any finger impression. The coverage that you get is equal when I compare it blending with my finger. So this is perfect for your everyday wear, as I already said. Now around my mouth you can see some ashiness because I have got some darkness which I did not color correct prior using this foundation, because I wanted to show you guys how actually it looks without any color correction. So I will definitely need some color correction around my mouth area, and wherever I have got some darkness I can see my beauty spot peeking through, I can see my pimple marks peeking through. So yes, this is a very sheer to light coverage foundation. Now before I move ahead with my makeup, let me just give you some details about this blush. So I picked up their Airblush in the shade Girl Crush. It's a beautiful terracotta rosy shade. On Kult you will find the shade description. That is what has helped me decide the shade that I really wanted to go for my skin tone. Now at the back you will find the expiry printed on the sticker, so it expires on 2026. I just have 2 years of shelf life with me. And over here you will find the shade name. So this is supposed to be a soft focus sheer cheek tint. Let me just show you the inner packaging. The inner packaging is in color coordination to the shade that you get, and at the back you will find the shade name. Let me just show you how the blush looks from within. You also get a cute little mirror, and this is the blush shade Girl Crush. Let me just give you a swatch. So this is the shade Girl Crush. It does not have too much of a pigmentation, like you really have to build up the shade little by little. So I will complete the rest of my face makeup, do my concealer, my bronzing and everything, and I shall be right back to use this blush in front of you guys. Alright you guys, so let's just try using this blush. I'm taking my angled blush brush. Okay. So guys, this is a cream to powder kind of formulation, and it's not very creamy when you touch it on the pan. Like it has little bit of, you know, thicker consistency, as I can say, but it, I think, spreads easily with your blush brush. I think it's building up pretty well, and I think it's a beautiful summer shades. It's giving me a sun-kissed vibe, and I am loving this. Let me just bring it little bit to my temple area and on the tip of the nose and on my chin. There is no dewiness whatsoever, no luminosity whatsoever. It is just because of the you know, skin prep that I have done. Let me just try using my finger how exactly it is. So okay, oh wow, great. With your finger you get little bit of more pigmentation. Alright you guys, I'm back after full face of makeup. Let me just give you some details what all products I used today. So under my eyes to conceal, I use my Flower Beauty concealer, and around my mouth I use my Swiss Beauty concealer in the shade Warm Sand. I did powder my face around my mouth area, and I used my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop mattifying powder, and I did some contour, some bronzing, and for my lips I used the Fluff Matte lipstick again in the shade Girl Crush because I wanted to coordinate with the blush that is going on my face. Now let's run down to both the products that I have used in today's video, starting with the Skin So Good foundation or a multi-stick you can say. Now this actually feels heavy as of now. I can sense something is sitting on my skin because I have a matured skin type with lot of textures going on. And one thing I notice about the foundation is that, like, previously when I use this foundation I experienced the same issue as of today. If you try and overblend it, then it just moves from that area. Like today while I was setting my face with a makeup fixer, generally what I do is I spray some fixer onto my sponge and just dab it all over my face. That way my makeup is bit more long lasting. I was doing the same thing with the multi-stick also, and I saw that it took off some of the foundation on this part of my face. I fixed it with a concealer, and now it's good to go. So it's not very long wearing, and on my sweaty face definitely this multi-stick is not going to last a lot. If I'm indoors sitting in AC, probably it is going to last that way, but if I move out, then it is probably going to melt down my makeup completely. So I don't see it has clinged onto my textures, so I would not recommend you getting this. If you have a very clear skin and if you have normal skin type, probably you can go ahead and use this, but for oily skin type, for dry skin type, probably it is not going to work that way, so you can skip on this part. Now coming to the Sunniesface Airblush, this one thing you can get it because I am really loving this blush, you guys, and especially the color on me is looking very beautiful. It gives you a very natural looking blush. Like, you can totally build up the product little by little to get that pigmentation. Of course, you can use your fingers to layer the product or the blush onto your cheeks. That way it's more easy and you are not going to waste a lot of product, because the brush definitely will give you a sheer coverage than your finger. But I really love the finish with my brush, so yes, definitely I'm going to use it with my blush brush rather using my finger. The texture is beautiful, it's lightweight, it just sits on my skin so beautifully, did not cling on to my dry textures or patches, and it went on really very easily. I was able to build up. It was not giving me any stark looking blush, or it was not giving me any streaks whatsoever. So this one product I would highly recommend, and this you can definitely skip it. Alright, now let's see whether this multi-stick oxidizes or not. So I have swatched it on the back of my hand while doing my makeup. Let's do a fresh swatch and see whether it oxidizes or not. So the foundation or the multi-stick definitely does not oxidize. It is looking little bit, tad bit dark just because it has settled completely on my skin. So that is why, and this is a fresh swatch. So if you are closest to my skin tone, definitely you can go for the shade Saddle. So I think it is a good match for NC42 skin. It's not looking bad at all. I do not like to bring the foundation down to my neck, so I always try and match my foundation matching to my neck color. So yes, definitely it's a good match overall. This is the 5th time I am shooting this footage. Let me tell you guys, I'm here to give you some glimpse about the wear test of using the Skin So Good multi-stick, and I have a clean tissue with me. I will do a transfer test to see whether it transfers or not, how much it has transferred. Let me tell you guys, this foundation or this multi-stick is not meant for my sweaty skin. Probably I can use this in winters, but this is not really meant for me in summers, because when I am sweating, the foundation is melting off. My sweat is cloudy, it is full of foundation. Also, I can see some patchiness. The foundation has definitely rubbed off. And let me just blot the sweat off my face to see how much it has transferred. So a lot of foundation is there on the tissue, you guys. That is what I meant, like it is not going to be long lasting on me. Probably if you don't have such sweaty face like me, if you don't sweat so much, it can last for you, but for me it is a no. Now if I talk about the Airblush, I would say it has faded within 3 hours. Like you can see, there is little bit of tint is left on my skin, otherwise everything has just melted off with the sweat. And probably this blush is going to last me pretty well in winter season. That is the time I love to use my cream blushes, because it's more long wearing that way. But I do have some cream blushes that is held long lasting even with my sweaty face, but this Airblush is not very long lasting. So you can make up your mind whether you want to buy this brand or you want to give it a pass, because you have a lot of Indian brands and lot of other brands giving us similar kind of product with much affordable or high quality with long lasting benefits. So yes, that is what I wanted to point you guys. Alright you guys, it's a wrap for today. Hope you found the content helpful and informative. If you did, please take a moment to like, share, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the bell button. You can also follow me on my social media handles, whose link I have mentioned it in the description box. Please come and say hi, and I will see you soon with my next one. Till then, bye bye, take care.